morning, everyone. I feel like I'm running a little late, even though I'm not really. Oh my gosh, you guys. So this past weekend, I obviously did not edit and upload. I'm planning on editing and uploading last 2 weeks' videos as one video today after school. That's my goal. I'm getting things done. I also did not get any homework done like I wanted to. I got some other things done. I have to renew my driver's license like this week because it expires like tomorrow. So I was pulling things that I needed for that this weekend, and then I was pulling everything that I needed for my interview to become a substitute teacher for tomorrow. Because I had so much of the information that I needed. First I had to have my 2 letters of recommendation, and I have a few, but I can't find them all, but I was able to find at least 2, so I'm good there. I was also able to find my Utah student teaching license, and so that makes it so I don't have to pay for fingerprinting, because they're just going to be able to use my fingerprinting for my student teaching license. I was able to find my unofficial transcript for school and get that printed out, because they need either an official or unofficial transcript. So I was able to do that. So yeah, I was able to get a lot done. But it wasn't necessarily schoolwork, which I'm hoping to get started on that today. You guys, I've been feeling worse and worse and worse as the days go on. Usually like in the mornings I feel somewhat okay. This morning I woke up and I was like, nuh-uh, I was not having it. And my husband like brought in these eggs, and I ate the majority of them, but I was kind of staring at them like, ugh. Sorry, shadow's really bad. So yeah, it was, let me tell you, a great start to my week. And I'm almost out of my 1 anti-nausea medication, and so I'm gonna have to call and get a refill on that. I also need to call my supervisor at work and quit today, because I just don't see myself going back. Like, I feel so sick, and it's getting worse and worse. It's not getting better, and it's not fair to my company that I keep taking this much time off. And by the time I do feel okay, I'm gonna be substitute teaching, and I'm not gonna want to do nighttime as well, because I'm just gonna be so exhausted. And so if I have to pick one or the other, it's gonna be a substitute teacher, because one, I get paid more. So I just, yeah, that's the way it's gonna go for that. So I have to call him today and to quit. So I have to find a time to bring in my computer and everything. So yeah. Today my host teacher's out again. She's still in California. She should be back tomorrow. So I am teaching all day today. I'm probably gonna be teaching all day tomorrow, honestly, like, just since I've been doing it. You guys, the sun, it's killing me. I'm just kind of at the point where I'm ready to take over all day teaching, which is good because I only have like a month left. Today they have to finish their turkey papers. Like, I need them to finish their turkey papers, so I'm probably not going to do science today. I'm probably going to have them do just their turkey papers, because I need those done today. And then tomorrow we will get started on like a writing pre-test and stuff like that, which will give me a day to kind of figure all of that out, topic wise and stuff like that. So yeah, math today we're doing 4.8 again, because I have to stay on track with the other teachers, and we were pulling ahead. So I'm going to be doing, oh, there goes my battery. So I didn't charge it all the way the other day. So I'm going to do 4.8 again. I'm going to teach the other half of it today. So that's what I'm going to do. And then tomorrow I'll move on to 4.9 with everyone else. So, but that's the plans for today. I will talk to you guys after school. Hopefully my battery doesn't die. See ya. Good morning, everyone. Hopefully the lighting gets better. There we go. It's too bright. Guys, I just can't win with the lighting these days. I did not vlog after school yesterday because for one, my battery was gonna die, and two, I really felt sick. I also did not edit that video and get it up, so I have a feeling there's just gonna be 2 videos going up this weekend, and I apologize. Like, I am struggling hardcore. There's not. So yesterday everything went pretty good. There were a few times where I turned to someone like, I need you to teach. Like, I feel so sick, I need you to teach. So, and I think I'm just not eating enough. I don't know, because then I eat and I feel even worse. I don't know. I just don't know. So I brought some apples and peanut butter today to eat during class. Because I just need to keep eating, kind of a thing. Today I have my interview after school with Kelly Services for becoming a substitute teacher. So I'm gonna do that after school. I was gonna try to leave a little early. It's even worse. I was gonna try to leave a little early from school during computer lab time to get there a little early, because technically my interview is supposed to start at 3:30. There goes the binder. But because I am working as a student teacher, they scheduled me for 3:30, but they don't expect me till 4. But I'd still like to leave a little on the early end. And I have bus duty today. So, and I was just gonna talk to my host teacher today and be like, hey, I need to leave a little early today for an interview to become a substitute teacher, and she would have been totally okay with it. Well, now the problem is she texted me this morning saying that she feels sick, and so she's not gonna be in today, and so I'm getting another sub today. And I should be able to go to the sub and say, hey, I'm leaving a little early. You're gonna take care of dismissal, kind of a thing, because this is what subs do. Like, they should be able to do it, but I still feel guilty. So what I'm gonna end up doing is I'll probably still talk to the sub, but before I even do that, I'm going to talk to the principal this morning, and kind of tell him what's going on, and also about the whole bus duty thing. Be like, I can take it in the morning, but I am not gonna be able to take it in the afternoon because I have to leave a little early. Which I never do this. I never leave early from, like, I'm usually way past contract hour. So I'm hoping he'll be okay with me leaving a little early today so that I can secure this job placement as a substitute teacher by the time I'm done student teaching, especially since I think he wants me to take over the maternity leave of the one teacher as soon as I'm done. And so I need to get all of that stuff taken care of. So I will talk to him and let him know what's going on. So, and it's my birthday. Just thought I'd throw that out there. And I'm stressed and everything. I did quit working at my other job last night. I put in my 2 weeks notice, but then I filled up those 2 weeks with FMLA, so I'm done working there. I talked to my supervisor. He was sad to see me go. I'm one of his better agents in the company. And right now my stats are kind of slipping, but I have been working for almost a month. So I told him, like, I just feel guilty, and like if I could see in the near future me feeling better and me being able to work, then I would definitely stay on. Is like, but I'm getting worse, and it's not fair to the team, it's not fair to the company that I'm this way. And then the added stress level of the guilt that I'm feeling about it is making me feel even worse, like sicker. Like, it's literally making me feel sicker. And so I told him, I was like, I just can't do that anymore. Like, I need to start getting better, and I need to start feeling better, and I need to take something off my plate right now in order for that to happen. And so it's that job that I ended up having to take off my plate. So, and we'll survive, we'll figure things out. It'll be really rough the next couple months, but we'll have to figure it out, because I'm not able to work. I just can't. So, but I am almost at the school, so I'll let you guys go. Hopefully I'll feel well enough to be able to talk to you guys after school. So yeah, I will talk to you guys later. Bye. Okay. And I'm off. I'm actually leaving early today. School's not even out yet. But I needed to leave so that I could get to my appointment for my interview to become substitute teacher on time. So you'll hear the directions in the background. So, like I said before, school today, the teacher was not able to be here again today, so it was another sub day. We haven't done science. She's really been gone.
Turn right onto South 1000 West.
So I kind of feel bad about that, not gonna lie. But tomorrow we'll get back into science. I've also
in a quarter mile, turn right onto West 2880 South.
I've also decided that I am changing my student teaching work sample up a bit. So instead of doing the opinion writing for my student teaching work sample, I'm gonna do the next chapter in math.
Turn right onto
because
West
that's like a built-in 2-week unit. I can easily this weekend come up with a pre-test. Main road. I can easily come up.
Turn right onto West 2600 South.
I'm gonna not follow the directions for a little bit, so I get to someplace I'm comfortable following the directions. I know that sounds weird, but so I can come up with a pre-test that they could take in like 10-15 minutes on like next week sometime, and then gauge my lesson plans off of the manual, like the Go Math manual, and it'd just be a lot easier for me to track everything and get all the information I need instead of having to use a rubric and stuff like that. I don't mind grading opinion papers and stuff like that, but I was really like torn on how I was going to get all of the information I needed
turn right onto West
by using a rubric. So I've decided to not. So I'm changing. Instead of doing writing, I'm going to do math.
Turn right onto West.
And I'll just do the next chapter of math, because I figured out today I only have 19 days left of student teaching. That's like nothing. So I need to like get my butt in gear and do this.
Turn right onto South 1200 West.
So that's the plan with the teacher work sample thing. Changing gears on that. Today though, it went pretty well. I mean, I was feeling pretty sick for most of the day. And I kind of told the kids because they were just really chatty and talkative. And so at some point I was like, you know what, today is my birthday, and for my birthday, you guys can just be quiet when I ask you to.
Turn right onto South 1200 West.
So it was kind of funny. and they're like, it's your birthday, and all of a sudden they start singing happy birthday to me, and I was like, you don't have to do that. But they did. So yeah. And then for Elevate, we had to kind of play catch up from like yesterday,
turn right onto South Heritage
and then
Drive.
do today. So we didn't get through of all today's, and that's fine. We're gonna finish that up tomorrow. So I can just do it the best I can, kind of at this point. So we'll see how it all goes.
Turn right onto South Heritage Drive, then turn right onto South State Highway 89.
But other than that, everything went pretty well today. There's really no complaints. Yes, they were chatty, but they're always chatty. Like, they're always chatty. And I'm just trying to figure out a way to, like, I'm not expecting silence all day, and today I was trying to allow them to, like, do more, like, partner work and stuff like that. But it's really hard to bring them back once you start letting them do partner work and stuff. It's really hard to bring them back. So it's kind of what I'm trying to figure all out right now. Like I said, I'm going to my interview for being a sub. Hope I have everything that I need, because it would suck if I didn't. I did the training. I have my birth certificate, I have my social security card, I have my driver's license that expires today. Like, it's not expired, it expires like after, like, today's the last day that it's good, it expires today. So I hope that it works fine, because I didn't have time yesterday to go and renew it, and so I'm gonna have to find time to renew it.
In 4.7 miles, turn right onto East 1000 North.
Waiting to turn here. Guess my son lost a tooth. So yeah, and I left the substitute teacher, and I shouldn't feel guilty doing this, because this is why teachers get subs all the time, and they like handle the class all day long. But like, I felt guilty leaving her with my students and stuff. So just seeing if that helps any slightly. But yeah, I felt guilty. I shouldn't, but I did. So, but I left like a list of things for them to do, because it was like the last 40 minutes or so of class. So any of the students that had not finished their turkey paragraphs, they needed to finish those. And then any students who had not finished their math homework can finish that. And then they were going to just be working on their poems, newspapers, and cursive. And that should have lasted them until the end of the day. And so I felt pretty good leaving them with those lists of things to do, especially since we were supposed to have computer lab today, but I guess our dual language, like it's called our DLI program, was having what's called an Apple test this week. And so our computer time was canceled, and I did not find that out until like halfway through today, because I'm not privy to all the emails that go out among the staff to let them know that, you know, all this stuff is going on. And so I didn't know, and so I had to come up with something just out of the blue for the end of the day anyway. And so it worked out. I went with the flow, stuff like that. So tomorrow we're gonna really get back into the flow of everything. We're gonna do science, we're gonna do everything. So we're gonna get in and get that all done. The only thing that we might be changing is the whole opinion writing thing. Like, we might not do the rough draft of the opinion paper, because I'm not using it as my student work sample. I'll have to talk to the teacher tomorrow and be like, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm changing up on what I'm doing, because I need to get this done, and I want to get it done within the next couple weeks. So this is what I've decided to change up. So And I'll still teach opinion writing just like I would have before. I'm just not using it for my teacher work sample. I hope that makes sense. So I'll still be teaching it and everything. I'm just not using it for my assignment to get my license for being a teacher. So that's the only difference with that. So yeah, but I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm gonna finish driving to my interview, listen to some songs, take a few deep breaths, try not to throw up, and call it a good day. So that's what I'm doing today. So I will talk to you later. Bye. Well, good morning, everyone. Of course the sun's gonna get in my eyes right now. So I went to the interview yesterday for becoming a substitute teacher. I got the job. So I'm going to like their orientation thing next Wednesday after I have my first OB appointment. Found out I was declined for Medicaid. But I think it's because we never did the interview process, because usually people call you to do that. I guess you're supposed to call them now, so my husband's gonna give them a phone call today and figure out what we can do to get that reversed. Because yeah. So yeah. Going in today, I don't know what necessarily I'm doing with writing. I almost feel like I need to talk to her and be like, I'm not doing writing for my teacher work sample anymore, and so we can like focus on the Poetry Cafe program and having them learn all their parts and stuff like that. Or I can go in and start like teaching about opinion writing and stuff like that, but I'm not going to use it as my teacher work sample. And I discussed that yesterday. I'm going to do the next chapter in math, which is on factors. So that's what I'm going to do. So yeah, I felt really sick last night, and so I ran out of one of my anti-nausea medications. So this is going to be interesting because I cannot afford to get it. I had samples of it, and it's actually kind of expensive medication, so I can't afford to get it. And it was helping tremendously. Like, I felt sick still, but I made it so it was bearable. So now I have my Zofran. I already took one this morning. I'm planning on taking another one around lunchtime, and then another one like after school. Just trying to take 3 days, stay on top of everything, because I'm just trying to make it through at this point. But I'm needing to get into school because I left early, so I didn't get to like write the quick write topic on the board this morning. I went over the math lesson before I left yesterday, so I'm pretty sure I know what I'm doing. I don't understand necessarily the difference between today's lesson and tomorrow's lesson though, so I need to ask about that. Be like, I'm not seeing the difference here, and it's both pretty much like traditional long division. So, but like I said, we'll get it all figured out. It's all gonna be good. So yeah, and then I have my cohort tonight. I'm gonna try to hang out with my one friend today, and then get some of my homework and stuff done. Since I'm not working anymore at night, like, I have more time to do stuff like this, so, and it feels really good. I almost feel like I should have quit a while ago, but didn't. So but that's pretty much it. Like, I'm hoping to just keep going, like teaching all day, figuring out what we're doing for science and stuff like that. So like I said, I'm hoping to just continue all day until like my last week at this point, or teaching until I can't teach because I feel so sick, and then having the teacher take over for a little bit. So I'll talk to her when I get there. I'm pretty sure she's gonna be there because she didn't text me today saying that she's not. So I'm pretty sure she will be there. So I'm just gonna talk to her and figure out how things are gonna go from here. Because I am enjoying teaching all day. I just at this point, honestly, it gets to a point in the day where I need to sit down and I can't. And that makes me feel guilty, like I'm not fulfilling my role as a student teacher and I'm not doing as well as I could, kind of a thing. So, and it's pretty much been since she's gone that I've gotten worse with my morning sickness. So, gonna have a little heart-to-heart, talk to her, figure it all out, and go from there pretty much. So, I will let you guys go though. I'm almost there. I will listen to a little Christmas music before I head in. But I will talk to you guys after school today if I don't feel super sick. So yeah, bye. Good evening. The light's gonna be better because it's now getting a little darker out. It is like 5 o'clock and I'm just now leaving the school, so I'm like an hour late in getting out. Just grading papers, talking to the teacher. She hasn't been there for the last 4 days, so it's nice to catch up. But I need to go home because I have lots of things I need to get done, and it's Wednesday, so I have a cohort that I completely forgot about. So today went good. We got through math. Oh, it's just gonna keep getting better and better, right? The kids were like, I'm so confused, I don't understand it. And I'm like, let's keep going, let's keep practicing, because you may not understand it the first time, but if we keep practicing, you'll get the steps, you'll get it. And they don't believe me when I say that. And I keep joking with my host teacher, I'm like, I'm so mean. I'm like, I'm the meanest teacher. And I am not, definitely not the meanest teacher out there. But I expect students, before they come up and ask me for help, I expect to see work. I expect to see them trying. I'm not just gonna help them. They have to be putting forth effort. And if they're not putting forth effort, then I'll send them back. Like, you try this first and then come up to me. And then when they do come up for help, I don't give them answers. So we're doing like long division. We had steps that they had to follow, so I'm like, okay, what step are you on? And they'd go through and they'd tell me that. I'm like, oh, that's what I'm supposed to do next. I'm like, yep, that's what you're supposed to do next. Like, I wouldn't tell them anything and they'd get it. And I would tell them, like, this proves to me that you guys do get it, and you're understanding, you just don't have confidence in yourself. And there's so many students out there who just lack confidence in themselves. So I'm really working with them on that. And then we did our poetry unit again today, so we worked on that. We had a lot of really good classroom discussions and stuff. I did the reward program, which is like their grammar program. And then the host teacher took over the rest of the day. We were practicing for a poetry cafe program. That will be next Tuesday, so we did that for the remainder of the day, which was good because at that point, because that was like the last hour of school, and I was feeling super sick by that point because I was teaching and up and going the rest of the day. So right now I think it's a really good goal for me to get to like the science portion of the day, and I might not ever really take over science. The host teacher might keep doing that just because I might need to sit and have a break before I get really sick, because I am getting worse and worse as the weeks go on. But just have that break and then go into writing and teaching writing. So, and I'll still keep doing writing, but just have that like little science break in there so that I can gather my breath and everything. But no, after school today, we just had a lot of really good conversation, like the host teacher and me, about how I'm a mean teacher and how I make my students do all of their homework and how there are deadlines, and how, and I was telling her how, you know, in elementary school, the punishment for not getting in your homework shouldn't be that you're automatically given a 0 or you're taking points off or anything like that. I'm like, that I think should come later on. And like, but the point for homework for me in elementary school is to form habits. And then I told her, it was like, my kids have been doing homework since they were in kindergarten. And they know that they come home, they sit down, they do their homework, and then they can get up and do whatever they want pretty much, like if they got their homework done. And it's like, and because they have this going since they're 5 years old, by the time they get to middle school, high school, it's a habit that they come home and they get their homework done. It's a habit by that point. And that's what elementary school teaches my kids with responsibility. They form that habit of getting your stuff done, having a deadline, getting it done. And they do that with natural consequences, like staying in from recess, staying in from prep, not being able to do a special activity because you didn't get your homework done. It's not a punishment with their grade, but there are natural consequences to those things. And so that's what elementary school students should learn. And then by the time they're in high school, they have that habit, they have that formed, so that, you know, at some point it is going to be your grade. It's going to be, because I hate the phrase in the real world, but in the real world it is going to be your job if you don't get those deadlines met. But yeah, so in elementary school, you're just forming those habits. You're teaching them responsibility. You're not punishing them into responsibility, but you're teaching them responsibility. So we had that conversation, and then I brought up my son again, my autistic son, and how, you know, all these excuses because the teacher was saying that I was a rarity, that with my ideals and stuff like that about everything, which it matched up with hers. And I'm not gonna say she's an old teacher, but she's definitely, she could probably be my mother. She's a little older, and for my ideals and her ideals to match in this kind of day and age, it is slightly rare to have those same things. And she's like, you're a rarity. She's like, parents would come in and fight like when students can't do things, and I'm like, no, there are natural consequences. There are. And I explained things, and I told her about my son, and she's like, wow. And I'm like, and I told her, I was like, where would he be if I gave him that crutch? And I said, you're autistic, so this is normal. You're gonna this is your life. Where would he be? He'd still be that student in kindergarten, having a 2-hour meltdown because he couldn't get his bell work 100% perfectly done. I don't want that kid. So, I'm gonna let you go. I will talk to you guys again tomorrow. Hopefully I get everything done that I need to get done tonight. So yeah, I will talk to you guys later. So, good morning everyone. It is Thursday, November something. The 15th. It's the 15th. Again, I do not feel well. It's just gonna be the way it is until probably January. Just the norm, me not feeling well. So I brought those papers home to grade, and then I completely forgot that I was supposed to grade them until like 10 o'clock. So I got through like 5 of them, which isn't too bad. But then I decided I really did want to give each of them a rubric. I didn't think I was going to at school, so I only brought one home. So I'm gonna go to the school, make some photocopies of the rubric, fill out the ones that I've done already, and then I will continue grading them and hopefully have them graded by the end end of the school day kind of a thing is my goal. My other goal is by the end of the week, like this weekend, work on my teacher work sample and get task 1 done, get the pre-test made, probably get task 2. I don't know what it's in task 3, but start making all my lesson plans for it, doing all of that so that I can just start teaching it as soon as I get. And that's like the goal for this weekend and for Thanksgiving break, is to get all of that done. Waiting to because by the time I start teaching the unit, I want to be at a point with my teacher work sample that like because ideally I like to have everything done by the time I'm done student teaching, so I really need to get my butt in gear and get it done, and so that's what I'm planning on doing. I also need to get my driver's license renewed this weekend. So today for math, it's pretty much the same thing that we did yesterday. So we'll kind of review it. I'm going to introduce checking your work by multiplying the quotient with the divisor. And if your answer is the dividend, then your answer is correct. I'm going to introduce that, which they're going to have to do that on their homework tonight. So they're going to love me. And then for language arts, it's lesson 4. I really have not gone over it very much, so I need to do that. And we are on continuing lesson 13 for rewards. And then I think we're practicing the Thanksgiving Poetry Cafe performance at the end of the day again, and possibly doing some science, which the host teacher is, I think, dealing with the science. Guys, I'm so sorry about all this lighting junk. It's not the best time for me. So we're doing that. I also have an IEP today. I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna just sit, not say anything. Because there has to be a general ed teacher, and honestly, I don't even know if my teacher knows exactly what to say in the meeting, because this particular student is not in our, like, she's in our classroom, but only for the last like hour of the day for science and writing. The rest of the day she's in her resource room. So there's not much teaching going on our end. Like, we're doing our best, but there's just not that much going on. So we'll see how that IEP goes. So I'm gonna go in as the general education teacher, not the special education teacher, and so it'll be a new perspective for me. At this point, I would have gone in all of the roles. I would have been in an IEP meeting in all of the roles that I possibly can be, without being like an administrator or anything like that, which I don't want to be. So that'll be interesting, and that's during prep today. Oh my gosh, you guys. So we have that during prep. That'll be good. And that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna let you guys go. I'll try not to throw up today. Like I said, I feel really, really sick today. So I'm gonna make it through everything that I can possibly make it through today, and just, I have to say, I'm so thankful for my host teacher who understands and is supportive. And if I tell her that I am not feeling well, she understands, and she doesn't want me to overdo it and everything like that. And so I really do appreciate her, even though I do overdo it every single day because I am too stubborn to tell her that I can't do it. So you can turn. What are you doing? So like I said, I'll talk to you guys after school, let you know how today went. And so yeah, bye. Hello. Again, I am sick. I got through math, and then I turned to the teacher. It was like, it was bad. It was so bad. And so the teacher took over, and however, she hasn't been like reading up on the lessons that I've been doing, even though they're like all scripted. Like everything in elementary school like is scripted except for the science. Like everything is scripted. So she didn't though like keep up with what we were doing, so she didn't necessarily know where we were at, even though I gave her the lesson, she read over the lesson. She was still kind of confused at where we were at, so she kind of did something else today, which is fine. Hopefully tomorrow I can teach the actual lesson. And then there was an IEP meeting during prep time. Started a little late. She was telling me that, so it started at like 2 o'clock, and she was telling me how they're normally like 15 minutes long. This IEP meeting lasted until 3:30 something, so like almost the end of the day, because school gets out at 3:35. So it was interesting. I guess the principal of the school had the counselor like come poke his head into the classroom to see how everything was going, you know, make sure it wasn't like chaos. I was doing okay. I mean, I was struggling. I was on the struggle bus. I had students at one table that weren't going to be here for the Poetry Cafe program at one table doing tutoring with other students for math that needed help during this. Because I was letting them work on their math and get help while I was going through the poems for everybody's poems for the Poetry Cafe, the program order. And then those same students that were doing the tutoring, they were also reading the parts of the students that were absent because I could not read because I felt so sick. And despite all of that, I mean, there was a few students who I had to keep kind of reminding how to behave, but despite all of that, like, it went really well at the end of the day, and we made it through. And the class knows that I'm pregnant, and they know that I felt so sick, and for the most part, they're like, you guys, we need to like be super good right now because she's gonna throw up on us. Like, it's kind of funny, but it was completely true, because yeah. So tonight I'm going home. I'm gonna take a nap, and then I have to grade papers. I have a church activity tonight. I kind of want to go to it. If I go, I'm gonna bring the papers that I need to grade. But I just feel so sick, and so I don't know what I'm gonna do. So I kind of want to go, but I kind of want to just stay home and sleep. But it's the first Relief Society activity that and that's my church activity, that I've been able to go to all year. And so it'd be really nice if I could just go. So we'll see what happens. I'm thinking about going. But I'm gonna let you guys go. Like I said, I don't feel super great. So I'll let you guys go, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow morning. So, good morning, everyone. Today is November, I believe, 16th. It's Friday. I am so thankful it's Friday. I did go to that church activity last night. I got sick at the church activity last night. So then I had to wait until I was feeling better to come home. So it was nice hanging out with other women though. But yeah, I'm a hot mess. And I feel like I've already overdone it today. And it's only like almost 8:30 in the morning. So I'm not too thrilled about that, because it means that today is going to be hard. However, we're doing math a little different today. So the host teacher is doing the math lesson for the most part, because there is a different way that she wants to teach the children long division that's not in the book, and she kind of went over it with me yesterday. And I feel like I can do it, but it's not something I like. Like, it's not something that I'm used to at all. And so I'm just gonna let her kind of take the reins on that with this lesson. And then what we're going to do is she's gonna go over a few problems this new way, which it makes sense to some kids and to some kids it doesn't. Because she kind of introduced it yesterday, but we found that some kids it makes sense and some it doesn't, and that's okay. Like, one of the things with Go Math, the curriculum, is that you're finding what works best for you, a method that works best for you, and it's not a one size fits all kind of thing. You have to figure out what works for you. So with that being said, she's gonna teach them this like new way that's not even in Go Math. And if kids still want to do the traditional way, they're gonna go to the back table with me to finish the lesson. And if they want to do the new way, they're going to stay in their desks, and she's going to teach them the rest of the lesson. So we're going to like introduce it, and then we're going to break them off in the way that they prefer to do it. And then we're gonna go over the lesson that way. So that's what we're doing. I'm hoping that since we're doing it that way, I feel well enough to teach the Elevate lesson today. The Elevate and Rewards lesson. So I'm just hoping that all works out good. So yeah, this weekend, I'm gonna really just quickly say like what I'm hoping to get done this weekend. So, like always, I'm hoping to get some homework done. I'm hoping to edit these videos. My goal is to get these last 3 weeks edited and up. And so there'll be like 3 videos on Sunday. And then I'm actually hoping to film a few other videos, like sit down videos. I really want to sit down video of what it's like student teaching while pregnant, like the early stages of pregnancy, at least for me. The only problem is I don't know how far along I am. I'm really confused by all of that, because when I had the scare of the fact that I might have been miscarrying the baby, I thought I was 8 weeks, and I went to the ER and they did an ultrasound. They told me I was 6 weeks, but that would have meant that like I was 3 weeks when I found out that I was pregnant, which like I don't think is actually possible. So I kind of want to talk to the doctors and try to figure out exactly, like pinpoint how far along I am and stuff like that. Because according to the ER, I am now 8 weeks pregnant, but according to every other thing, I am almost 11 weeks pregnant. I'm really hoping it's closer to the 11-week mark, because I really want to be done with this nausea thing. So yeah, so that's it from that. So I'm just planning on getting a lot done. I also need to renew my driver's license tomorrow. That's also a goal of mine. to get that done, taken care of. So, and to write up a pre-test for kids to take Monday or Tuesday for math. So I will let you guys go. I will talk to you after school, let you know how the day went, stuff like that. So I will talk to you later. Bye. Okay, it is now 5:10ish, almost 5:15. I'm out of breath. My bag is super heavy because I am bringing things home to do this weekend. I don't feel super great either, but oh my goodness. So today went well. Like I said, the teacher taught the math lesson today. I helped the students that wanted to do things the traditional way, and just helped once they kind of got into their homework. I had a group of kids by me, especially the ones that have been absent. I have a student that had to get their tonsils taken out, so she's been gone from school for like 2 weeks. So I had her by me going over things because I wanted to just make sure that she understood, because she's missed pretty much this whole chapter. So I just wanted to make sure she understood what was going on. And then I had another student who missed the beginning part of the chapter because she was in Disneyland. So I had her by me, and she was doing like math corrections on papers that she got wrong. That she got wrong because she was in Disneyland. That wasn't there when we learned it. Oh my goodness. There's a cat in the road. So yeah, that's what we did for math. It was recess time. I helped students out during recess. And then when we came back, they did their day's tests, which took a little bit of time. And so I didn't get into the Elevate lesson until I only had like 30 minutes left. I got pretty far into the lesson. So I just need to finish that up, and I'm gonna try to finish that up on Monday. I'm gonna try to finish that up on Monday. And then on Tuesday, I don't think we're doing Elevate because we're just gonna be practicing. It's the day before Thanksgiving. So I think we're gonna try to do some crafts. I think we're going to be practicing for a poetry cafe that's going to be that day and stuff like that. But the reason why I brought home like a lot of stuff is because I am trying to, this weekend and possibly even next weekend, I'm going to be trying to plan science and the writing that we're going to be doing until pretty much Christmas break. So I'm going to plan up until Christmas break, but I'm not going to be here up until Christmas break because I'm done the week before Christmas break. So yeah, I'm gonna take care of all of that. So but I'm gonna plan it so that she has it and she knows kind of where I was going with everything up until Christmas break. So that's the plan. That's what I'm gonna do. This weekend I'm also gonna grade some writing journals this weekend. I have some Courage papers that I need to grade. A few more of them trickled in today. So I'm going to grade those as well this weekend. And it's only like 3 or 4, like it's not too many. But I am going to grade those. And then, like I said before, it's just gonna be a really busy weekend for me. I need to renew my driver's license. I need to write a pre-test, which I'm going to give them after they're done with their math test next week. I will give them this pre-test, which I'm hoping is only like 15, 20 problems only. Like, I'm hoping it's 20 like tops. We'll see. But I'm gonna write that up this weekend, and I'm gonna do homework this weekend. I'm pretty much like locking myself in my room other than getting my driver's license renewed and taking care of everything. So that is, I'm tired, but that is the plan. But tonight, oh, and I'm gonna edit 3 videos. I'm gonna try to get one of them edited tonight. And that's probably all I'm gonna do tonight is edit videos. Maybe I can get all of them done even. I'm gonna try to edit some videos tonight so I can don't have to worry about that tomorrow, so that tomorrow I can just work on everything. So that is my plan. So I'm hoping I can get all of that done. And I will see you guys on Monday. I might film something this weekend. I'm not sure, but I will definitely see you guys later. Bye.